Shadows of War. My name is Tom, and I am an old man now. I am 83 years old. I sit by my window and watch the world, but my mind is often in the past. In my hands I hold a small silver locket. It is very old and worn, but it is my most important possession in the world. Inside, there is a tiny photograph of a girl. Her name was Emily, and her smile was brighter than the summer sun in our village. Our story began a long, long time ago. We lived in a small village, nestled in a green valley, a peaceful and happy place. I remember our childhood days so clearly. We played in the fields from morning until the sun went down behind the mountains. Subscribe my channel, English Listening Stories, 24/7 with Alicia for more stories. Emily loved flowers, especially the yellow ones. She would make chains from them and put them in her dark hair. Her family owned the small bakery in the village square. The smell of fresh bread was the smell of my happiest memories. I would often help her father with the heavy bags of flour. My payment was always a warm loaf of bread and Emily's smile. We had simple dreams back then. She wanted to keep the bakery, and I wanted to build beautiful wooden furniture for our friends. We planned our whole lives in that small village. We thought our future was a straight road, simple and clear in front of us. One year, at the summer festival, I gave her the silver locket. I had saved my money for a very long time to buy it for her. She promised she would never take it off. She said it would keep our hearts connected, no matter what happened in the world. But the world outside our valley was not peaceful. We started to hear whispers of war, like a distant, angry storm. At first, we did not believe it. War was something from history books, not for our quiet lives and our simple dreams. Then the soldiers came to our village. Their trucks were loud, and their faces were serious. The peace was broken. They told the young men they had to fight for our country. A cold fear entered our homes and sat at our dinner tables. I was young and I had to go. The night before I left, I met Emily by the old oak tree where we always met. She was crying, but she tried to be brave for me. She held my hand so tightly as if she would never let go. "Come back, Tom," she whispered to me. "You must come back to me. I will wait for you right here." I promised her I would return. I touched the locket around her neck and told her to keep it safe until I was home again. The next morning, I left my village. It was the hardest thing I have ever done. I did not look back. The war was a terrible place. It was nothing like the stories. It was loud, cold, and full of a deep, unending sadness. Every day was the same difficult struggle. We were always tired and always hungry. We missed our homes so much. At night I would look at the stars in the sky. I wondered if Emily was looking at the same stars from our valley. I carried her memory like a shield. Thinking of her smile and her promise gave me a reason to keep going every day. Sometimes we received letters from home. They were like small pieces of sunshine in a very dark and cloudy sky. Emily's letters were full of village news. She told me about the bakery, the weather, and how everyone was waiting. She wrote that she still went to our oak tree every single day. She was keeping her promise. This gave me great hope. The years of the war were very long. They felt like a lifetime. I saw many bad things and lost many good friends, but I held on to my promise. I had to survive. I had to go back to the girl with the smile and the silver locket. Then one day, the fighting stopped. The war was over. A great silence fell, and we could finally think about going home. The journey back was long and slow. The land was broken and sad. So many towns and villages were just ruins. A deep fear grew inside me. I was so scared about what I would find when I got back to my own village. I walked the last few miles. My heart was beating so fast, with a mix of hope and a terrible, heavy dread. When I finally saw my valley, it was changed. Many houses were gone. The green fields were now brown and empty. I ran to the village square. The bakery was not there. It was just a pile of dark, broken stones on the ground. My heart fell. I started asking everyone I saw, "Where is Emily? Where is the baker's family?" People looked at me with sad eyes. An old woman I knew from my childhood finally took my hand in hers. She told me what happened. There was a bombing raid late in the war. It was a mistake, a terrible accident. The bakery was hit. Emily and her family were inside. They did not have time to escape to the shelter. My world stopped in that moment. The sounds of the street faded away. I could not breathe. She did not survive. She could not keep her promise to wait for me. But it was not her fault. The war had taken her from me. Later, a neighbor gave me a small wooden box. He found it in the ruins. Inside was the silver locket I gave her. It was damaged and black from the fire. But when I opened it, the small picture of her was still there, smiling at me. I never rebuilt my life in that village. The memories were too loud. The ghosts of our dreams were in every corner. So I left and found a new town to live in. I became a carpenter, just like I had always planned to do. I built many tables and chairs for many families. I watched their children grow up, laugh, and make their own dreams. My life has been long. I have known moments of quiet happiness and simple joys. I have made new friends, but a part of my heart has always been empty. It is a room that belongs only to the memory of Emily. I never loved another person in that same way. She was my first love, and she was my last true love. I often think about the life we never had. Our little house, the furniture I would have built, the children we never raised. It is a ghost story that lives inside me. A story of what could have been if the world had been a kinder place to us. Sometimes when I am working with wood, I feel like she is there with me, watching over my shoulder. I imagine her telling me, "That is a beautiful table, Tom. You always kept your promises." It is a foolish thought, but it brings me a small comfort in my old age. It makes me feel like she is not completely gone from my life. I have lived with this quiet grief for so many years. It is a part of me now, like the color of my eyes. The war took many things from many people. It took our youth, our friends, and for some of us it took everything. Our story does not have a happy ending. It is a sad story, a reminder of the high cost of war. It shows that the deepest wounds are not always the ones you can see on the outside of a person. They are the silent ones we carry in our hearts. They are the promises that could not be kept. Now the sun is setting outside my window. The day is ending, and my small house is becoming quiet. I close my old, tired hands around the silver locket. I can almost feel the warmth it had when she wore it. I will hold on to it until my last day. It is a symbol of a love that was real and a future that was stolen. And I will always remember the girl with the smile that was brighter than the sun in our lost, peaceful valley. I hope this session was helpful. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting stories. Take care, everyone.